Welcome back, guys. Today we're making our first video about the electric scooter operator's manual I threw together. This is based upon a motorcycle manual that's used in about half of the states in the US to train people to ride motorcycles. We're going to just go over the first couple pages about safety and about choosing the right scooter for you, and also what's important to check before you head out on a ride. Fast scooters can be just as dangerous as a motorcycle, so the helmet is the most important thing you need to wear. Comes down to personal preference if you'd prefer a motorcycle style helmet or a mountain bike helmet. Whatever you choose, eye protection is of the utmost importance. You need a windshield or goggles that will keep everything out of your face. Snowboard goggles work well, but they usually don't have any protection for your nose. Motocross goggles not only have a nose protection, but they also tend to allow more airflow. But the next most important thing is gloves, and you want to get heavy duty gloves with some sort of impact resistance. I highly recommend these mechanics wear gloves. Next, a lot of people are opting for these lazy rolling hoodies. They have a full back protection as well as a shoulder protection and elbow protection. It also comes in this reflective style that you can get for nighttime that is amazing. Knee pads are somewhat optional, but I highly recommend that you get some when you're learning at least. In general though, the more gear you have, the more protected you'll be. A lot of people overlook the shoes they're wearing, and it's very important to get some motorcycle shoes that have ankle support so you don't break your ankles if you fall off the scooter at high speeds. These Style Martin come with ankle supports basically as these hard pads on the side of the shoe. I really like the shoes. I've been wearing them all summer now. It's an Italian company, good quality shoes. They're comfortable, and I think they'll protect me in the case of a fall. It's important to pick the right scooter for you, and when you start out you really don't want a super high speed scooter. You want to learn the ropes on a smaller scooter. So like this Unagi or this eMove Touring are great options for beginners because they're easy to control. And then you move up to something dual motor like a 010X or a Yumi Y10, and then eventually you'll move up to something faster like a hyper scooter like a VSET. But it's all important to know your abilities and buy a scooter that you can handle. When you first get an e-scooter, you want to take some time to get to know the controls in case you need to turn it on and off in traffic. Learn where all the buttons are to control everything that you need to do, like the horn or the gears or the lights. Learn what your battery is at full, at half, at low, so that you don't get stranded. Before you take a ride, always check the headlight is working, the tail lights are working, as well as the brake lights, the turn signals, and the horn. At the very minimum, you should squeeze your tires, make sure they feel inflated. If you want a little bit more control, you can get a tire pressure monitoring system for $50 off Amazon, which watches your PSI and your temperature of both front and rear tires. I really like this option so you're not paranoid about your tires all the time. Always check your brakes before you take off. If one side is softer than the other, then adjust it so they're even. Make sure your gears and everything's working properly and you're in the gear you want to be in when you take off. Lastly, give your stem a good shake. Make sure everything feels safe and secure and ready to ride. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss part 2, which will go over a lot more advanced riding techniques.